no Gambia ñun daal ñun nii lañ fi bëgg a nekkee rek di am impasse rek.
mu ngoog we are back Pa Ous bala ma senal ma stream link bi Zanu ndax mu mun a duga please mu ngoog ngeen balal ñu 8 hours fi mu nekk ni yéen ñëpp xam ngeen ne ñu ngi fii depuis démba te Facebook 8 hours su ko jotee rek moom daf dee fay
démba time bi mama exactly 24 hours démba time bi la woon waaye man ñëw naa fekk start ngeen sax
yeah so definitely coono am na moom lii moom
waaye coono dëkk la jar na ko
subhanallah
nga gisuloo man xaw ma sax fan laa toog léegi waaye dama leen dee poste de dem julli ji ñëwaat
doy na waar
yal na jàmm yàgg Gambia Gambia rek lañ am Gambia rek lañ am foo mun di am passeport bi ni ko fi kii waxee kii wax na ko fi Nancy passeport boo mun di am passeport yi Gambia la gën a parce que mooy tax ñun ñëpp ñuy dem Gambia di make sure ne suñ passeport yi ñu renew ko so passeport yi Gambia yi Gambia daal yal na fa jaama yàgg ba pare fuñ suul sa jumbax moom jaama rek na fa mun a indi mënuloo fa indi leneen yal na xoli dal daal sànni ci del si waat incha allahu rabbi parce que lii fu mu nekk nii daal dafa xaw a lifin torop man su ma gisee nit ñuy taxaw naan it's been read maa ngi loolu léegi am na ku ma saaga ba yónnee ma F word bi
gis nga fi mu nekk nii maa ngi leen ko wax suma inbox bi ne ku ma saaga dinaa jël li ma saaga post ko on my profile pour ñu gis la yow ni nga mel parce que góorum leen nga dugga si inbox si jigéen ñi di leen saaga di wax yu kenn xamut man ku ma saagaat fi mu nekk nii si inbox bi dinaa ko post maa ngi leen ko woon nag
kii daf ma ko defal si suma post bu ma def de ne ngir ma share post Keba Ceesay di wax ne ngir yàlla nañ jël ak lii nii te buñ defati buñ nangooti beneen impact mu ñëw sànnil ma fa effing da dem toog te mu ngi def nataali Essa Faal xam naa ne moom
gis nga lii
soo demee sax support with Essa
lii impasse am Gambia gis nga maa noonu léegi lii I was going through the election act Madiga there is no time frame to say the IC determine its own time when they should release the results. The IC again, the act again says section 72. Wrong. Section 72 of the same act. Section 72. If the polling agent refuse to sign declaration of the election results, that does not affect the value of the polls, but they must
nullify the votes. Exactly.
They must have a certificate to sign the reason why they refuse to sign. Now, this would be the evidence of Nyom Party, Krugi, again, what they put in court. Our polling agent, when she or she was asked to sign to verify that these things is correct, never refused because of A, B, C, and D.
Wow.
They are lawyers. We expect them to dohal the right way because of court is evidence. IC have their evidence ne. Wow, yo, ne ku diga sapun yen bi sign na ko ne diga la. Yo nga endorse ko. Because I had two people ñoo ko endorse too. At the police station, one biñ ko count, at biñ ñëwé IC biñ ko ubbi again dañ ko count.
Wow.
So two people at two places fu nekk ñoo count verify ne lii is correct. Now gis nga ñi duñu taxa tere nelaw suñu family. It's not going to happen again in the Gambia.
Guddi gi yëpp ñu ngi tooñ suñu oncle. Ba pare guddi gi yëpp ñu ngi tooñ suñu oncle waaye yëpp si kaf ak ree la parce que waaye soo ko xoolee nga xoolaat ko di nga xam ne IEC li ñoo def nii li leen daloon tàngi Yaya Jammeh loolu la ñoo daw bu ñoo génn ñoo wax ba pare di war a delluwaat seen kàddu man noonu laa ko gisee so lii yëpp la si IEC doon daw waaye ba léegi fekk na leen si te dégg naa ne tamit su dee ne ndax déggalam de ndax gars yi dañ laajte woon recount anyway bi fi di ñëw de swing one way so su dee loolu la they will definitely take their time.
Why this where IEC should come out and speak.
Wow.
Now, why IEC, they owe us no obligation to speak on why they delay. It's simple reason they were counting and verifying. Remember, why did they bring Fonyi last? 300,000 votes, and those things they only take 200. 200 divided by 300,000. 200 divided by 900,000. Look, Nyaha times nga def right now. This we should commend the IEC for the good work. We should out for them because ñoo demoon ñu bribe ay. Yes,
man up to the voting. Mama bàyyi li nga ree. Bul ree suma nijaay. Suma nijaay nga ree.
Xam nga Facebook déedéet. Xam nga Facebook da ngay toog rek.
Borom bëggul lëndëm na leer. Borom bëggul lëndëm na leer.
Na leer.
Ama call ma'am.
Up to gis nga man paos up to bi ñoo day before voting bi Friday. Suma maa ngi ne ay man IEC lan lañ nar fii nii ay sambu li ñoo wax foofu noonu gis nga suma broda yi dañ ma doon call naan ma yow kaam dama leen naa bind ne leen ak suma benn sister ne leen dama nervous ñu ne ma jarul nervous lii on the spot counting la lii pour sàcc si dafa jafe because ñëpp a ngi taxaw bare foo xam ne borom ñu ngi génne bul yi yëpp ñu génne teg so suñ mbokki ofi li ñoo wax rek mooy ne lii daal dafa xaw a teeyal xel waaye parce que yëfi ñi IEC mooy ñi nga xam ne ñoo amee bunti élection bi génnanguñ ñu ngi ñëw waxe ñeenti place yi des ba pare wax kana gañe waaye si comme que Gambie on the spot counting la mooy ne fi nga saane la ñoo compté kenn du enu ay test di yóbbu fa nga saane la ñoo taxaw compté ko te fañ ko compté ñëppay taxaw ku nekk da ngaa yóbbu sa agent ñi ku nekk parti ku nekk yóbbu na ay agent tam biñ saane biñ compté ba pare ku nekk sign biñ saane ba pare ñu door koo waxe balañ ko waxe nag ñoom ñi doon compté noonu ñoo ko doon génne si di ko waxe moo tax Linguère Post ñoom ñu ngi am ay nit si suuf ñoo xam ne ak yeneen média ñu leen di jox numéro yooyu nomba yooyu ñoom ñu ngi koo jël te bi IEC di génn si di wax nomba yi ñu ngi méngoo ak ñoom liñ leen duñ jox si guddi si démba ni ko Ousmane Bojang waxee fii nii 9:30 si guddi ñoom xamoon nañ ne ñu ngee gañe because ñi génn si ñu nekkoon si polling station bi ñu ngee waxee nomba yi fa génn ñu jël yëpp tali ko mat rek la mun a doon mat la 1 + 1 = 2 so fa lañ nekk nit ñi di compter ñu xëy na tey gis UDP di lawyer Ousainou Darboe ànd ak GDC ak ESAF muy ñoom ñette ñoo xam ne seen tur a ngi woon si ballot yi waaye li gën a jaaxal nit ñi mooy tamit Marie Sock mi nga xam ne dañ ne woon moom mënul contest ak Gambia for All di Bibi Darboe dañ ne mënuñ contest gis nañ ne dañ leen ci boole ñoom te ñu ngi sign press conference bi te ñoom ñu press release bi ñu ngi sign di ñëw di wax ne ñoom daal yàggaayi compte bi dañ ci am te seen xel daf si tey ba pare ne si seen centre yi am na foo xam ne dañ si amoon issues mais waaye kenn dégg ko woon ba tey ñetteel bi mooy ne ñu ne dafa am yoo xam ne dañ leen bañoon a sign yi numéro yi indi IEC bañ ko sign waaye IEC sign na sign comme que ñi si polling station buñ ko sign loolu rek validé na point si numéro yiñ fa am léegi wax ji mooy ne dañ am yeneen ñoo xam ne ñoom dañ independent am nañu
right now lawyer da mu address crowd bi
okay
okay
so nalo adijanto alman kontan wala maya alman kontan adebe ko menke alfali alonne alyemen fananke kata faysan san kono naka kuje be yalon ko akata mo betere makudi mo nene me mira menna bare deme fulaliye wolon UDP na mellon wolon kulwoti na mellon wolon poromoti woto mbafulal be ko nganna ke koku kala naga hormone mbunya kono be koku kala naja kafa ko kairo be saballa banko kan aliyemal tambini ke kala nyaton kolde wodo koku kala allafta menna e bole kala kada lafta mulan wolon kafa ko ay ji adabe jila wato baldan na menna bandal na menna wala mo alim bengata ya na singa la moroke ko ku bekala abe bura kalamale altana song moyal tamfandi mola telindri ko kanal kamfa na kumfa melu alla ani bi albe kodne ko kumfa ke banat dañu yamaro men di kala tay bafala modol fanale ko bafala modol fanale ko bafala modol fanale ko jang mansala mbedolom jandide barbitunde mo fanan kanana ajanto ibe kuluba yakala janto and Dr. General of Police be put on notice on the alert ka ko ngani appreciate ka ko nyimo public highway leti bari using public highway sempenata ikobe malbali asambalan kanjanto ibe kulo malbali asambalan kanjanto wa mu ko entemen tolerate katunko jang political party ti janto mena birobe nyimbe dokan so itafla kafako ebitaka ila political ebitaka ila party headquarters di wala nebe tambila jana hanna ya tara ko ila headquarters is just next door man min ni na kafako nyata na la janto kapulu bali yake janto kamol campagne kamol provoke dukare bafula other leaders no liye bafula other leaders no liye yela moli yamari konga na moli yamar nyamen mokanam provoke mokana na janto fitna ni ngila member kan fitnola wato malafi moy fitnona tinkam United Democratic Party suma dobi naka United Democratic Party United Democratic Party family dilen gërëm dilen santa dilen dokale tam ci liggéey bu rafet bi ngeen dem ci ati yépp xam naa ne liggéey bi ngeen def ren mos leen ko def ci benn campagne looloo tax ngeen nekk fi jaaxle lool ci li ndegangum ci results yi ñëpp la jaaxle waaye nag li ma bëgg ñu def mooy ne liñ xamee UDP mooy jàmm liñ xam ci UDP yar liñ xam ci UDP mooy dikorum maa ngi leen di ñaan jàmm ak yar bi ngeen am ngeen continuer loolu bu leen kenn merloo nag ba pousse leen si loo xam ne du nekk njëriñu réew mi ñun mi ngeen tànn ak seen leaders ñun dinañ jël jéego boo xam ne loolu lañ war a jël pour gis ne li ngeen def o li ngeen bëggoon te am leen ko su fekkee du tax yoon ñu tekk ko ñu def leneen so maa ngi leen di ñaan de ngir yàlla pour kenn dugg ci fitna waaye beneen am itam ma ngi ñaan ñeneen kilifa ñi nga seen njaboot ñu waxal seen njaboot ne fii de nangu nañ ne mbedda bi mbeddi buur la doo mun a aaye kenn pour mu dox ci mbedda bi waaye nag ngeen edda seen njaboot yi ne bu fu kenn ñëw ci mbedd bi fii ne da nga ñaawle ne da nga def yëfi yaradeku loolu soo ko defee nag ñu xam ne da nga tooñ ñu ngee daw tooñ ñu ngee daw fitna bu leen isil fitna man ngeen saaku inspector general of police man ko wax man ko jox notice na soo demee ba ci kanami kër wu loo Ousainou Darboe moo leen fa defee loo xam ne tegil la di war a dem so ñu ngeen daw fitna waaye bu leen isil fitna ku ñu isil fitna nag amul dara loo xam ne mooy mën a def mooy ñu daaxa fitna so maa ngi leen di gërëm nañ leen ñibbi suñ di dem toog déglu ñu te yaakaar naa ne ci fan yu néew yi di ngeen dégga maa ak ñeneen ñi nga xam ne ñoo bokk ci lii ban jéego la ñoo jël pour ndax jaar na yoon ndax jaarul ci yoon maa ngi leen di gërëm di leen sant wa salaam ale bonsaje mina siise dimma ndingaɓe dimma Maynun Kema, Salidabo Kema, Ale Bonsaje.
Paos.
Yes.
Liñ dégga ni daw na yaram parce que definitely you fi mu nekk nii bu fekkee ne IEC declare nañ NPP as winners, NPP supporters yi am nañ every right to pour génna ñi dëkkee Kairaba Avenue mun nañoo génna di celebrate ci kaw tali bi, and that what it is going to create is tension.
Hamasan la di mood right now in Latrikunda.
Lila Paos doon wasang.
And this is you know ñu ngi wax ne mu ngi wax ne waaye ku ñëw indi fitna si ñoom dinañ ko génne, and it is not going to breed peace, and it is not going to breed li nga xam ne mooy indi dina lii mun naa jur chaos.
Now
it's very disturbing definitely to watch Pauline, very, very disturbing. I am sad as a Gambian. I am sad definitely as somebody that cares and respects lawyer Ousainou Darboe a lot. I think he should have asked his supporters to go home and wait at home, because the supporters of the winning party kuñ declare ñooñu am nay right ñu génn ñu celebrate. Yéen boo leen pare ngeen dem court ngeen lijjante foofu noonu, but definitely suñ defee lii nit ñi génn NPP supporters yi génn di celebrate lii mun naa indi problem. Definitely it is very, very sad. ñu xool caller bi. Caller, do you want to contribute?
maa ngi am video di NPP.
da ngaa fay li nga dégloo caller.
So I'm pare maa ngi wax on the ground IEC. I'm not going to wax tamit.
This is Anazanu dugal.
It's very, very disappointing. It's very disappointing. It's very, very disappointing.
Meneko, these people, their voice carried.
Yeah.
Lilan was sanu Meneko. Lawyer Darboe Suwa Herek is an authority. It has authority. Now, having declared this,
I think definitely somebody should go and talk to him, to talk to his supporters to go
home
and wait.
I agree.
Because to NPP supporters again, I see a potential violent clash feeling.
No, because
NPP supporters
right now,
ñu génn ne ñoom dañoo celebrate ñi fo ne dañ leen a ñaawal and they just celebrating because they're happy mun naa indi problem.
Absolutely. We need the likes of Uncle MC Cham. We need the likes of Uncle MC Cham to come out and talk to call him, because he is actually his biggest advisor. We need the likes of Uncle MC Cham to please call lawyer Ousainou Darboe.
Some African
man xamatuma sax sama block list bi nekka
gayen ko
amatut sa man kuma block man sama sonna ndax am da ngeen ma sonal.
I know.
So me dina seet si sama block list bi ma unblock la. I don't even know how to unblock people now.
Why we have the ex-Nigerian president move for there are some heads of state African Union they could intervene and negotiate.
They can also.
Yeah,
but I'm also saying, even though with Lolo Waihamga, Masi MC Cham, everybody knows he's one of his biggest mentors.
Yeah, we have a caller here. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So this is what I have to say. It's really sad sitting watching all of this that's happening. Darboe is a sole loser. That's really clearly shown today that he did not, and he wants to put this country into chaos. I mean, I'm really disappointed. In my own opinion, at this stage of his life, he should have been an elder statesman, looking at things from all the perspectives, trying to help the state, the country to move forward in unity, in oneness. I mean, given his experience in all of this for 20-something years, he's been trying. I mean, what more does he want? He has lived his life. He should have left a legacy. And the legacy he seems to be leading right now, it's nothing good.
Yeah.
I mean, Mr. Darboe, we've seen what you've given. We've seen what you've done. But right now, he is on the wrong side of history.
Yeah.
This is not the right course of history for him to take.
I mean, yeah. I am one of the first people that recognize his struggle, that has always been, consistent in defending him. But today I cannot defend this, and I will not defend this. And I think that this is something that definitely he should tell his supporters to go home, because the NPP supporters, when they come out to celebrate, they are not celebrating or trying to provoke his supporters, but they are celebrating, and through that some violence can happen. And really, he should. What are the supporters going to do there now at this point, at this hour, when they're supposed to go to court if they want any redress? So I don't see why you should keep the supporters there at this time of the day and risk this confrontation. Definitely, caller, I am disappointed.
If he is as peaceful as he called himself, his message today should be, okay, here are the results. Again, this is what we intend to do to take care of stuff. But then that is not in play right now. He is, at this juncture, trying to invoke violence. He's the one provoking right now, because if you're sending a message as in, don't come this way.
Yeah.
He clearly stated that this is not, the street doesn't belong to anybody. Then why is he drawing the line that no one should come along that side of the street? His house only stops in front, not to the end of the road. Everyone has the right to go anywhere they wanted to go. If anything, Barrow should be the one out there saying, Darboe, you go into your house, and I don't want to see any one of your people out there. But he's not doing that. He's been, as much as I don't like Barrow, I mean, there's so many things in the country that needs to be fixed, starting with the healthcare. I mean, I always say the Barrow lives right behind or in front of RVTH. There's nothing that goes beyond those walls that he doesn't know. He knows, he's aware. They are his neighbors. He knows the conditions of the health facilities that are around the country. If anything, I used to say, Barrow's son died when he became president. The reason why the boy died was because of lack of proper medical attention. If there should be anything that is of a wake-up call to anyone in terms of the healthcare system, he had.
Definitely.
If he lost his son and hasn't put healthcare as his primary but clearly you cannot say that the people of the Gambia haven't decided. They chose what they want. This is what they want, and we have to respect that. It may not be the outcome that we all expected. It may not be the outcome that we all wanted, but this is what the majority has spoken. So what Barrow needs to do is all of these issues that have come up during elections stating these are the things that he needs to do, well, then let him prove us all wrong. Work on them and make it better. 5 years wasn't enough for him, he said. Well, then he has the next 5 years to prove everybody wrong that, you know what, I'm here to do what you said. I'm here to fix the things that you're putting out during elections that I wasn't even aware of. They're now out in the open. I am going to work on that, plus national unity. But then Dabo right now, and Esafal, I mean, he has just proved everybody that the guy is just a showman. He's not there for anybody but himself. And TRC was just a vehicle that he uses to put himself out there. Esafal is not there for anybody. I mean, you can't say Yahya Jammeh, with all the atrocities and all the evil things that you stood against for, you fought for, you're out there for the victims. Now sit shoulder to shoulder with Mama Kande. Dabo of all persons.
I don't know how they can reconcile that.
What he went through with Yahya Jammeh, being in the dungeon and all the torture and everything else, sat shoulder to shoulder next to Mama Kande, white in white, matching dresses. And you, I mean, I am beyond mad at this point. You know, the fact that all those three people sitting out there, including Marisol, I don't count her. The reason why I don't count her, I am in for women empowerment.
She has no political capital. She has no political capital.
What voice do you have? She wants to have a face there, fine. That's perfect for him. I mean, that's perfect for her. Her 15, 20-second moment, fine. She needed that. She needed that. But Esafal, I mean, you're the one who stood out there at TRC, being the face of TRC, the injustice of Yahya Jammeh. You've been the face of that.
And to go today and sit with Mama Kande and sign a document that Mama Kande is signing.
And Dabo to have
and seeing the rejection.
Mama Kande. I mean, these are the people. If they had come together from the beginning, from the very beginning, if they had come together, we wouldn't have had that conference there. They wouldn't have been at that, at those dining table chairs or whatever chair those are that they have lined up sitting over there. I mean, it's just such an embarrassment. It's such an embarrassment, a degrading. I mean, I've lost so much respect. Dabo is nothing but a disaster, and I'm glad he wasn't voted, because if this guy was voted in, who knows what we're going for?
I mean,
who knows what we're going for? It is such a disgrace. I mean, we don't have a perfect system, but I think the electoral process the Gambia has. I mean, how many countries do you go to and you have on-the-spot counting right there where you have all of your representatives out there having the numbers before anyone else? I mean, it's just so sad. What should come right now, it should be for the greater good, the greater good of our country. And that's what we lack. Dabo should have taken the mantle and stood up for that. There is so much bigger things than I, Mr. Dabo. There's so much bigger things for this country than I as an individual. The greater good. The Gambians should have started with that, the greater good. And if we don't have that, things are just going to go to worst and worst. We're going to be stick with Barrow, and who else comes with Barrow is just going to be as shitty and as shady as it is going to be. It's just sad. Dabo should just stood up and said, it's over. I lost, and if he can't have the courage to master and stand up and say this, he should tell his people, go home, and we will follow the due process of the law. He doesn't own Pipeline. He doesn't own Kairaba Avenue. People are going to go out there, and if he do anything otherwise, if this country goes into flame, it is solely on his hands. If there's any more blood that is shed because of this election, Dabo is the one who is responsible for it, because his message is nothing of unity, but a message of disunity, a message of provocation, a message that is nothing about building bridges or putting people together at this moment.
Yeah.
I am just so disappointed. We've put so much in Gambia, whether you live in Gambia or you don't live in Gambia. Everyone invested. If anything affects that country, it affects every one of us. It's either your cousin, your brother, your sister. Each one of us in some way had suffered some loss from Jammeh's to now. I mean, you have women dying from labor. You have people dying because they cannot access basic health services. You have people dying because they don't have proper diagnosis in the hospital to get the right treatment that they needed. You go to the hospital. I mean, I just saw a video wherein someone had to go to get a urine sample in a cup, in a toilet. You can't even call that a toilet. You wouldn't even have that in your house. Why would you have that in a hospital? Barrow is not the best candidate. But yet again, he will.
Yeah.
He won. It's as simple as that.
Definitely.
What we need to do, get him pushed to a point that he realized that there are things that need to be fixed, and they can't wait anymore. They can't wait any longer. But violence is not the answer. You lose.
Nancy, just be on standby. I'll take your call
after
this caller.
I mean, it's just so disappointing. I had so much regard, so much respect for Ousainou Darboe, and I am just so sad. I am so sad. At 75 or whatever age he is at, he should be an elder statesman forging unity, not disunity. You lose.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so sad that we don't have the greater good for the country at heart. And these are the representatives that we wanted them out there to be there for us. And this is what he has for us right now. This is what Ousainou Darboe can show to the world. This is what he has for the hundreds and thousands of UDP people that had put their money and invest into the party to make sure that we get the Gambia that we want, and he wants to plunge us in violence. There is going to be NPP supporters, and whoever think this election is fair to go and celebrate, it's going to be on Caravan Avenue. He can't stop that. He tell his people to go home. You lose. It's basic as that. You lose. Go home.
Thank you. Thanks so much,
Mama.
Somebody's saying something called Lemon. What's her name? I don't think this caller, Miss Lemon, actually said anything that was insulting to lawyer Ousainou Darboe. She expressed her view that she's disappointed with his position. I think she has a right to do that. She's not insulting lawyer Darboe. She's asking him to tell his supporters to go home and wait for the court process if they're going to court. So our Lemon, I think, I don't see any. I don't see her, or I haven't heard her insult lawyer Darboe or say anything that was insulting to lawyer Darboe. But she has a right to share her opinion.
Mama, maa ngi def the joint statement of the CSO do ko share mooy that audio.
Yeah.
Ba pare mun nañoo call an insider in the IEC mu wax ñu why the delay tamit happen so pare let me know ma call ko ndax mooy kuñ ko dé waaye bu mu feeñ so.
Wow, no, go ahead call ko soo ko amee rek ñu dugal ko.
Wow, because something happened. The delay, how the delay happened and why it happened.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try pull ki naka dahi ni puj patch.
Hey, Henry Gomez.
Dahi ni puj patch. Man tas ma hel neka na tay si dahi ni puj patch. Man hif ni tay. Xam na fu ma leka mom du baax. Sariang, you're listening to what people are saying. Sariang, you endorsed lawyer Ousainou Darboe before for the elections, and today you have heard him speak. And we were expecting that he will ask his supporters to go home and wait for them to conclude their investigations and, gather their evidence to go to court. But he is insisting that his supporters can stay in the streets. And if other supporters come over, they will not. He is saying that they should not preach. They should not be violent. But if other people come and provoke them, then that's an issue. Again, I think we were looking forward to him encouraging his supporters to go home and wait, because obviously Kairaba Avenue, like he said, doesn't belong to anybody. And if the supporters of the winning party, if declared, come out to celebrate, this could actually potentially be a problem. It is a concern. What are your thoughts, Sarian, looking at or hearing?
Right?
Yeah, go ahead. Then you're in this area.
Yeah, sorry. Well, you are live now on Susun program become Demba. Mama yang ko diga?
Dede deguñ ko de. Waxal
boy yang ma diga?
Wa ma diga.
Mama yang ko diga?
Wa def ko speaker ñu ko dega legi.
Okay. Well, no, pull them on like an update what's happening on the ground. Bunga ini on video ham rek for security reasons. So why if you enlighten briefly about what's happening on the ground there, IEC, what caused the delay, and why are we not seeing anything right now? Well,
actually, since Demba, we've got to realize that some official of certain political parties they refuse actually to sign in the final verdict for confirmation for IEC Muna go ahead with their announcement. But delay has been ongoing for quite a number of hours. And in fact, political parties and militants to give out this signature are not here. But right now, everybody is seated. And any minute from now, I think the IEC chairman will come out for the official final results just to clear the air formally, even though we all know where the direction is already.
So Fogna IEC will finally declare the final verdict, despite those things not being signed.
Well, of course, yes. With the look of things, they definitely will go ahead and give the final verdict, because even some of the verdicts they have given, it appears we get to understand that somewhere, even those ones, they refuse to sign them. So because one or two people refuse to sign doesn't mean the whole country will be at standstill, because they refuse to take up their responsibility.
Then is that lawful?
Well, I'm not quite so certain. I'm not quite so very well enlightened on that side. How how does it really bind by the law? I'm not quite sure of that. But as it stands, like I said, people are seated and we're waiting for the IEC chairman to show up. And any minute from now, he would be out to talk to the board.
Now, but ñu ngi déglu léegi nii benn statement bu UDP doon joxe ñu ngi naan they said so their agencies raised some concerns that we are not addressed by the IEC. So now right now, this can for any kind of confrontation between the IEC and agents about legal work at complaint.
Well, as of yesterday, Sigudi, a little bit of push and pull happened in regards to some technicalities. But the whole issue was that it has to do with technicality issues, and part of what they have been saying is they refuse to assign. So UDP and IEC, they're speaking. So let me just get close there. What is happening? So I'll just put the phone.
So Lee is a press conference, not announcement of votes.
Yes, that is what is appearing. Let me just get close to the mic.
Okay.
Just before we came to the press, they called that the two are in. So right now they are processing those two results. So I'm sure as soon as they are done, we will come out to give the three pending results and the final declaration. So we really apologize for all this, and please just bear with us as soon as possible. We're working hard on this. Okay, thank you.
Well, Paus, I'm sure you guys have heard what Parmakan Khan, the communication director, the impression they gave to us was the IEC chairman was coming out to give the final verdict, but all of a sudden they are in fact yet to be done, as one verdict just entered the IEC, so they just want to do everything once and for all.
Well, sir, I'll call you sir for the sake of this interview. Is the IEC helping in any way in this situation?
The IEC is not helping because they are not telling people what exactly is happening at this point. The only thing is when we see a noise, we just go there, try to find out what is happening. But the IEC, definitely when it comes to communicating with the media, they are not helping at all.
So technically, we can conclude that IEC, to some extent, they are part of the current problem right now, Conte.
Well, the fact that they are not telling anybody what happened, they can also be put in the blame. They would not be excused from the blame. I mean, what everybody have been complaining of is for them to tell us what is happening, like they just did. They are telling us that an issue arises, and then a ballot box is here, and then they are trying to to compile everything, to give it us to publish it all at once. So if the information is if we are having smooth communication and information between the IEC and the media, then people will not blame them. But if we are not hearing anything and we are not seeing anything as to what is happening, we are just left. We're just left sitting, hanging around blind. And like I said, they are nowhere to be seen. In fact, namuna am chance to ask questions.
Jërëjëf boy. Anybody, Mama, anybody ask anything happening on the ground?
No, I think you've done. Is there any film nekkee moom ndax am na any supporters yoo xam ne ñu ngi boor yooyu ndax foofu mu ngi kaam si IEC bi expect ngeen foofu ne any violence dina fa am wala xëy na ne supporters yi dinañ jóge Kairaba Avenue ñëwee noonu.
di laaj ma déglu na bu baax a baax waaye fanaa li nga wax mooy.
I'm not hearing. nekkuma di dégg ñeneen ñi seen wax yow rek laa nekk di dégg actually. So
ndax
translate.
Do we have any ndax dafa am any supporters ñu ñëw anywhere near the IEC pour cause any kind of chaos, and what is the security level at the IEC building right now?
The security level is so tight here. The PIU officers are on standby, then surround the whole IEC premises because just then even the hot water cannon tanker it's right now on standby. So when it comes to security, we have a lot of personnel here on standby already, fully prepared and with their whole GS and any other weapon that they would use if the need arises to protect people. So when it comes to security, yes, but cars are crisscrossing here, and noise, we could hear cars honking, but when it comes to creating tension so far, since the day is up, none of it yet.
Boy, thank you very much. How you buy? Why, boy? If I need anything, nana call back. Do you mind?
Definitely.
Oh, thank you very much.
No, I don't mind. So long as I am here, I really don't mind.
Interview. Being one of Gambia, like my malako def right now.
No problem.
Thank you.
So table without on.
Table back on. Wow.
No problem. No, you always open to talk to us, so I'll always be here to talk to you guys.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much.
Apa sih dah ini siapa dah ini puj paj na
puj paj bu am siapa ak lemon.
Wow. Serian, I think I asked you a question for your impressions about what is happening. Do you think this is going to go well for peace or tranquility as we were expecting? The civil society groups have also released a statement reminding all parties of their obligation to maintain the peace, as documented in the agreement that they all signed, the peace agreement that they all signed at the I think it was Janjanbureh. So those are issues that we need to maybe look at as well. Comme ni ñoo wax rek li ma laaj Seriane mooy ne li nga xam ne mooy li lawyer Ousainou Darboe wax liñ doon xaar si moom ñu bari liñ doon xaar si moom mooy mu wax supporters am yi ne ñu ñibbi dem noppaleku yàgg na guddi na ak yëpp depuis démba sonn war nañoo sonna pour ñu dem noppaleku su ko defee ñoom ñu def seen investigation luñ ci mënti gis ñu yóbbu ko si court bi parce que foofu mooy fi ñu ko war a dem yóbbu waaye moom mu ngi mel ni dafa ne supporters sa yi ne mun nañoo des si kaw tali bi foofu noonu te bu fekkee ne li ñoo wax mooy bu fekkee ne looy kii di Adama Barrow NPP IEC génn nañ ne moom moo gagné supporters am yi génn Kairaba Avenue parce que am na fa ay supporters ñu génn fu nekk di celebrate mun naa indi li nga xam ne mooy potential li ñoo wax mun naa indi xuloo wala indi loo xam ne dina indi kaaraange dina yaaxa kaaraange réew mi so loolu la ñoo laajte ndax ba léegi nit mënut a wax ak UDP ak seen supporters yi ñu dem xaar kër ba ñoom ñu def seen investigations na dañoo continuer di seetaan lii ba jural ñu xëj na loo xam ne ñun gisoon nañ ko te waxuñ ko Serigne ma bàyyi la nga dugga foofu.
Yeah, so thank you, Mama. Yes, I read the statement and I also listened to the CSO's the statement and also the press conference. I think the observers. I actually listened to that before I came on. So I think the bottom line is, we are all sad. We all fought for this. You were on radio before Jammeh, we sat, Paos, Lamdo, we all pitching. We did what we can, right? So I think coming from a security background, the stability and peace of the country is very paramount. Because if we gonna lead tomorrow, if we're gonna turn this country and move it forward, we need to be able to, despite tensions, despite anxieties are high, the test of leadership is to make sure you tap down those emotions, guide them through. Cool heads needs to prevail, right? And I don't think, I have the greatest respect for Lawyer Dabo. And no one can claim, no one can take my support away from UDP. I support financially, and I can stand anywhere and brag, right? But the fact that I see Mama Kande sitting next to Lawyer Dabo, I see Esa Fall sitting next to Lawyer Dabo, that is very troubling to me, because the very fact is, when Lawyer was fighting, when 2016, they need Mama Kande to be part of the coalition.
Thank you.
Mama Kande didn't show up.
Yep.
He did not show up. When the fight was intense, he did not show up. Esa Fall, organizationally, when did he put his organization together to be a presidential candidate? 3 months ago. We got to talk straight here. That's just, we have to keep it real. So the fact that that man was going to come in to be valuable and win the presidency is just fairy tale, simple and straightforward. So today, those are the people who are surrounded, who are going to surround Lawyer Dabo and saying that we need to contest this election. Mama Kande didn't even show up to their negotiation. This is a man who was inviting Yaya Jammeh on his platforms, on his campaign rallies, to insult Gambians, to insult Mandingo tribe, right? So today, because it's
to insult specifically Lawyer Ousainou Darboe and UDP.
Exactly.
I came out to debunk what Yaya Jammeh was saying about UDP and Lawyer Ousainou Darboe.
The scene is sad, seeing those two people, one flank him on the right, another person flank him to the left. I mean, we can talk. This is UDP and MPP, right? So I think there are those two people sitting there, and somehow, you have some other folks that sign off the rejection who were not even qualified to be a presidential candidate in the first place. You have to look at the strategy here. I mean, it is sad. And emotions are high. Cool heads needs to prevail. If you contest, you have the right to contest, but it needs to go through the court. Let's test the court system, right? You have all the international observers. If you have proof that you need to take it to court, take it to court. But we cannot. We all fought for this, and especially Lawyer Darboe. Lawyer Darboe went to prison. The entire executive went to prison. Today, to be flanked by Mama Kande, an opportunist, right? who didn't even show up when they need him, when the coalition needs him 2016. He did not show up. And he's just for himself. I mean, you can't do that. We've seen him. You know what? I will say it. Mama Kandeh, I don't trust Mama Kandeh from the get-go. You know what? All these politicians are in for Gambia. Mama Kandeh is not for Gambia.
No.
And we're not. I mean, he's messaging his way wherever it's convenient. And I think Ousainou, needs to be very careful who his partners are in this fight. Yeah. I mean, if UDP wants to challenge the results, as I said, winners and losers, winners can be declared, they can celebrate, but losers have the right, and let's test the court system.
Yeah.
But I am troubled.
They have every right to go to court. They have every right to go to court if they feel aggrieved. But to like I said, to see Mama Kandeh next to an Ousainou Darboe, like we said, somebody who just a few weeks ago had Yaya Jammeh on his platform insulting insulting UDP. People were upset about that. People came out to attack GDC because of that. And today you're inviting that person. Even if he was going to do this, let him do it with Essa Faal. We can understand. But with somebody like Mama Kandeh, definitely. And like you said, there's another issue as well that we need to address. The other people who have signed rejecting the results do not have any legitimate cause or any legitimate what word should I use? I'm trying to see the best word to use. They don't have any legitimacy to reject or accept any result because they were not part of the process. Marisol was disqualified. Yes, she went to endorse UDP, but she was disqualified. So she does not have the legitimacy to sign anything rejecting any result. And the same goes for Bibi Darboe as well. So
never even Gambia for All never even presented anything for nomination.
Mama, that will invalidate their claim because the parties present who claim that this thing is not right, they don't have the legal position to dispute that thing right now. I'm not sure what is the position of the law for any citizen to dispute elections, but I think it allows citizens to do, but there is a process. So Fokna Mange Mange information right now of videos. MPP, they are all over the Gambia celebrating right now.
Yeah, very right.
Let's look.
Let me call a bit quickly. Then you get videos. You know. Go ahead, caller.
Assalamu alaikum.
Maalaikum salam.
Man luma bëgg na contribute rek mooy di wax ne Gambian si nañ eew ñu xam ne ñuy metti si ñoom la moo jógee ba pare UDP bii ni Ousainou Darboe Mama Kandeh ak Essa Faal nañ xam ne ñoo seen nawle ñoo bokkoon élection bi te ñeneen ñi si des ñëpp a ngi toog di déglu soo nañ toog ñu déglu ba yëpp results yi jeex ñoo jël décision buñ bëgg a jël ba pare ñu xam ne Gambia ñun ñëpp a ko bokkaat te ay du em si boppi borom soo fitna bi ñoo bëgg a oo nii mun naa ko ci seen kaw te su boobaa si ñoom buñ ko waxee so ñu ngi ñaan Gambian si yëpp ak parents bépp koo xam ne kilifa nga téye sa njaboot ñu toog seen biir kër yi parce que ay du em si boppi borom Adama Barrow nag ak ku ko mënti seetaan let him be the bigger person mu urge supporters am yëpp ñu hold on to the end of the results they celebrate mu nekk elecko any other day just mu daw fitna ñu ne daw du yambar jaama rek la moo oote parce que fitna orut fitna xëjut Gambia ñu ni neen la su politique bi jeexee dafa jeex so ne leen ñaan jaama yàlla defal ñu jaama
amiin
jaama ku biir yàlla ko fa jaama ndax yàlla moom moo xam lii gën ci Gambia te loolu la ñoo defal inshallah so let us take this with good faith te ñu oo jaama daal suñu dëkk bi loolu laa bëggoon a contribute.
Thank you so much. jërëjëf Kola. We are seeing scenes right now. The NPP definitely ñoom itamit am nañ njort ne ñoom ñoo win so suñ génnee di celebrate it's valid.
Westfield la now Mama these guys now, these police now, they're going to Westfield. If they turn left, they can to Fajara.
Yep.
Karaba Avenue.
Yes.
And not just that, Paos.
You know,
ñi nekk kër lawyer Ousainou Darboe su ñoo ñibi mun nañoo tasee crowd bi.
Yes.
Pour ñi dem boori biir Kama ak yeneen place yi. And again, that is where the potential for problem. Hana ñu fi mu nekk nii I think we just ñu ñaax suñ security personnel yi ne ñu gën a make sure ne ñu try maintain the peace as much as possible. Keep these two.
I'm sure they're all on high alert. I'm sure they're all on
keep
high alert.
these two fractions away from each other. I think that is the best we can do right now. Ñu ñaan suñ security sector bi ne ñu génn ñu dem ñu keep the peace, ñu try ñu put these supporters away from each other. I think that's the only thing we can do right now.
You see this? Sachay, look at this.
Wow.
Yeah. Lila don't
was Well, here is a typical example. This is what people were talking about. So the fact that if you create opportunity, this is what's going to happen. We don't want this. Nobody wants this. Yeah, we don't want this. Regardless of who you are, we don't want this. This is ugly scenes that we're seeing around the globe now.
I wish Masana Sita knew tay. We need somebody to remind Gambians what happened in 1981. But feke na April 10, 11. Touch Gamtel be Westfield. Do students because Bandi new gonna join using opportunity.
Exactly.
Lila the 1 minute. Look at these drivers. Look at these cars right now.
What?
This is the rush hour. People going to right now. Now, when these people speak, this what happened. They shouldn't have spoken at all. Lord, or legally, it's not about.
It was totally unnecessary. Totally unnecessary.
Now, I hope Zanu is watching the repercussion of what could happen if it goes wrong. More this thing. They could have rejected the results tomorrow morning. They have a time. I think you can do within 24 hours.
Yeah.
They could have done right now. Tell look at Coco Nyondi here. Pakalate. Coco the first Sachi. The first touch Shobi Jamuri. Bokunchi celebration. Look at this.
Yeah.
Moren,
yes, we are streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube as well as on online Senegalese online media as well, Fatina Turbi, but they are also connecting to us and streaming on their website as well. So we're streaming on YouTube as well.
Paos, I hope, both the intelligence and the army and the quick reaction force, which is always on standby, QRF, which is always on ready standby on the fly to go in such instances. And I hope the security and the intelligence already gathered information that if this thing didn't go well based on all the rhetoric during the campaign, I hope they had an assessment. I hope they did a risk assessment. And I hope they had a contingency plan, because those are very, very necessary at this time. And I hope they are watching when this thing was unfolding and they put their game plan together, because timely response is very, very critical. That would deter loss of lives or properties or people getting hurt. So that is very, very important and critical in this time as well. So, and I hope they were following the trends, and they had their assessment and they have their response plan. And because that's very, very critical. The more you are able to respond and deploy your forces, as you said, those two camps, to deter them and disperse them and condone that area off, have a security for the next 48 hours. Somehow, right now the security or the president can declare curfew, just to maintain peace. So these are steps that can you accelerate, you step up the pasture as events are folding, and I hope they are doing that. I hope they are doing that.
And Syrian, the likes of Jammeh would have declared to the state of emergency, suspend the constitution, and get with the executive power. And these are the instances where those things are utilized. Now, man, at this time, they should have dispatched our all intelligence in an election as tense as this. There is no way the IGP or the Security Council would let this slip off the carpet. We anticipate a disturbing situation to happen after these elections. It was going to happen. Amul ben ñaan bu nit mënto ñaan ba tax these elections mu peaceful. Man musuma expect it, yakaruma ko won, nekuma won diko hanga loy ñaan sa nga muslu. Nekuton I was expecting this, man kon expect mu happen. It was coming. It was going to come. Dara mënu ko won té because man foog woon ne Barrow will see himself being defeated. Foog woon ne Daw will see himself being defeated. I don't see that happening. So, as man, I was in the forces, and then the quick reaction forces will pick up these things quickly and station uniform or disguised uniform police officers within this thing to identify the criminals and any criminal activity. Now, Fini, you have banks there. It's next to it is a bank. 2-3 banks are within this area right now. You have a petrol station in there. We have seen the April 10 how it turned out to be. Angry mobs, they go beyond their line to do the extreme. Touch moto jamboree because you get mer. Now let's hope these things is gonna stop like this in here. But when do we stop hoping? If the reality is gonna happen, and it will happen. Dara munu ko fay tay ci Gambia tay right now. Dara munu ko fay. Because I have so many photos anywhere in the Gambia, banitam ñu nga doron. Te li du MC li da nga roma gis naka MPP gis poste UDP tayiko. MPP UDP gis poste MPP tayiko right now. Right now there is so much hate going on right now. Yes, people, majority of them is the fun and more now carry over. But there are some specific people, they came out to make living this night. Moy Sacha or the adopt Hale Jamburi, li Hale Munen say rape right now, Elegay gis na ñu ngi té doomi jamburu. Well, again, where are these parents responsible parenting who? And Hale yi send yaay send do to send fo yaay tok bu dig yaay elek dimanche school la. Huh?
Yeah, it's a scene, and I'm happy the CSOs they came out with a statement, and I think cool heads needs to prevail, and I think somehow their intercommittee, need to have a discussion and see and kind of remind all the parties that what the peace accord they signed to ensure that peace and stability prevails, because those are important. It's not about the party anymore. It's about the Gambia. I mean, if the people went out and vote, I mean, there is a due process that needs to be followed. So I think we all need to remind ourselves that as we continue, we need to make sure that we stick with those. But I'm just saying though, the folks that are opportunists who wants to create issues here, aligning themselves, with UDP and trying to make it somehow they are in for Gambia's best interest. I don't think Mama Kande is everything that he's demonstrated during this campaign is nothing but violence, including telling the president that I'm not gonna follow your orders. I'm gonna.
Yeah, so yo jam nga wel how yo
please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
When the day I dislike this man and I used to like him.
I mean, he was. I'm not surprised all these things he's orchestrating and all that stuff, because that's what he does. Just remember too when Jammeh said, there was issues at Galawa or whatever. He was saying, "Well, I'm not gonna concede now. I need to go talk. We need to do some investigation. I need to talk to Jammeh and all that." It's the same playbook, man.
It's the same playbook.
It's
the same playbook. And my only disappointment now that you bring that up, and now I wonder if this was Candace's idea, but even if it was just his idea, now I'm even more disappointed that lawyer Dabo went along. and this Esamba Fall, that they would follow this guy. That's my biggest disappointment. Even in a coalition before the election, if it was Honorable Dabo and Esamba Fall coming together, nobody would have a problem with that. There wouldn't be a problem with that.
Lamdo, we have our doyen, Tijan Masane Sise. TMC is here. I asked him to come and really appeal to the nation, because I think when we have situations like this, it is important that we have people to come in and appeal to the nation. If we have also Father Forbes and all of these people, we'll bring them in to come and speak to the nation, the imams, and try and preach peace and preach calm, so that we move through this with calm and with grace and get through this. So Tijan, go ahead.
I think the situation is quite dire at the moment. I think every patriotic Gambian should stand up and bring their voice out. I heard Sarian made mention of, the outcome of stuff like this in other countries. I think it is very important, and I totally agree with him, that as Gambians, we should come out today, like no other day, and call it as it is, and appeal for calm, appeal for decency, and the integrity that the nation is known for. For the sake of Alhaji Sadauda Kairaba Jawara and our forebearers, this day, we should be one nation, indivisible. I have never appealed to the fears of that nation, either as a public servant or as a private citizen. But I have always believed in a country that is united. I have always believed in a country where there is love, to the extent that that country is called the Smiling Coast. We cannot mortgage that reputation today than any other day before. We should come together. To my many, many fans out there in the Gambia, I call upon you to look into your conscience and ask yourselves if it is worth it. When the final result is declared, there is due process, and the courts are open in the Gambia. I think if that should be the case, it should be challenged in the courts. We cannot be violent. One Gambian cannot hit another Gambian because of an election. We are not known to be people like that. What is important today is to come together as one nation and chart a way forward to build a better Gambia. My friends, Alhaji Sadauda said it before, we will be able to demonstrate to the world how a group of people with different ethnic origins and backgrounds can live together in peace and harmony. He said this on February 17th, 1965. This day, December 5th, 2021, when Sadauda has returned to man's inevitable destiny, this is the very day that that very quote should be put into play in his honor. I appeal to our leaders. I appeal to our candidates. They have a right to protest. It is a fundamental human right, much more so in a fledgling democracy like the Gambia. I think it is important that it is done with caution. It is important that we maintain and manage the peace. At the end of the day, this election will be over, and whoever is president will be president for all Gambians. However, we must also understand that if there's any fracas moving forward, it will be difficult for a new head of state to bring this nation back together, and it will be backwardness for us as a country. Again, I appeal to the many in the Gambia, the country that I so love, the country I so cherish, the country that Paul Louis Tomasi designed a flag for, the country that Rene Patton designed a coat of arms for, the country for which Edward Francis Small rang a bell in Kaur Dandimayo, the country for which the likes of Pierre Saranjai, Salih Suleiman Jack, Alaji Ibrahim Muhammadu Gaba Jahumba, Ya Ared Mboj, Louis Antoine Njai, Sayer Diouf, many fought for. This is the day that we should pay homage to our forebearers. We should never ever forget that there were people that died in martyrdom for our freedom. We cannot forget Fode Kaba Doumbouya. We cannot forget the Maba Jahubas. This day is as important as it is. It's as important as any other day in the history of our country. So I do hope that we will come together at this time as a nation and let due process, if that is the route that they want to take its course. But one nation, one Gambia, one people must be the order of the day. That is what we are known for. I said in the broadcast last night, there is a reason why the Gambia houses the Center for Human Rights. We earned it. We worked for it under Alhaji Sadauda. And the African Union decided to bring it to the Gambia because of the country's reputation. We are not going to mortgage that. And I crave the kind indulgence of every Gambian to rise up to this occasion and ensure that the peace, tranquility, and stability that we are known for prevails. Mama Linger, take it away.
Thank you, Tijan. That was good.
Chum, baki askan wangog. Ndeysaan. Wow, what an appropriate moment to play this. What an appropriate moment to play our national anthem.
So, Uncle Tijan, thank you very much for those enlightenments and words of encouragement. And I think in terms of this, as you said, when tensions are high, emotions are high, anxiety, I think to kind of give people a historical perspective of how we get here. I mean, obviously it was not easy, you know, from Sadauda ruling for 30 years, Yahya Jammeh, a young lieutenant, came in, overthrew him, and decided to stay for another 22 years. During that 22 years, a lot of lives were lost. A major human rights violation. Now, revising, we've tried this. I've met with you many times in Atlanta during 4th of July, try to put a roadmap, try to put a framework try to put these opposition parties into the same room to form a coalition against Yahya Jammeh, right? I want people to kind of step back, people who are out there in the street, who thinks that, it's not fair, but they're going to go out there, right? We've been through this rodeo before, Uncle Tijan, you and I, the Musa gangs, the Pasamba Jaus, the Banka Manes, the George Sars, I want to kind of like give a historic perspective, because I've been there, many times. We've STG, the Joe Sambus, put those roadmaps together, invite these politicians in a hotel room somewhere, in Marietta, whereby we want to talk, the Karamba tourists, we want to draw a roadmap, sort of strategize, to go against a dictator. That failed many times. Because we were not able to convince them to form a coalition. Now, moving forward, 2016, with the set of events that leads to people who lost their lives. We have our American brothers who were part of, they have their families here. We cannot forget them. We cannot be disservice to them. They packed their stuff because they felt that the political muscle that we've been pushing for a while didn't succeed. Now, they went in there, they pick up arms, some died. When they were dead, there was this, roller coaster, the solo Sandings that went out on March. I mean, they were arrested and killed, and ultimately the executive of UDP went out, and they were all arrested and taken to Mile 2. Now we have this unknown person, emerge. Coalition 7 parties, 1 independent came together, built a framework that was tailored to take down a dictator for 22 years. A known person by the name of Adama Barrow emerged as a flag bearer. Everyone, Gambians across the board, everyone, Wolof, Sarahule, Sose, Fula, everyone came together. We voted him into office. Now, today, after him being in the office for 5 years, we had our first successful election, whereby we won't see armed services personnel standing with guns, terrorizing people, telling people, intimidating people at the polls. So today we had this, and here goes. We're sitting here analyzing results. And by every indication, they said the incumbent, still now the final results needs to come out. But according to what IEC is saying, they're about to declare the final winner here in probably an hour or so. So thinking about all these, we have to remind people, the fight is not just today. The fight has been in there. People who can be seen as they're sharing a different perspective, that doesn't seem that they are unpatriotic. They've been through this struggle for years. Some people lost everything. Some people lost family members. So as I said, there are family, there are American folks, people who in the diaspora, they have a very comfortable life here in America. Somewhere in the part of the armed services, they pick up arms. They went back there. They got killed. Their kids are orphans now. Their families have to struggle. So think about it. If you're going to go out to the street, please reflect on those things. Reflect on that. The fight has been intense. The fight has been painful. A lot of people give their life for this freedom that we are in today. Be careful. Be careful. Do not incite violence. Violence doesn't benefit anyone. The sole loser is the person who gets caught in the crossfire. A business person who has his business. He's been running his business. He struggled to put up his business for 20 years. Today, if you knock his glass up, you loot, that's not good. That's not a good representation. We started the campaign peacefully. So today, yes, it might not, there are losers and winners. but we have to take it in good faith. We have the court system. During 2016, we didn't have a Supreme Court that is sitting. Yeah, Jimmy didn't have that. Today, we have a Supreme Court. Take the case to the Supreme Court. Let's disperse. Let's disperse.
Definitely. Sarian, a lot of people are asking us to also speak in the local languages. Paos how mana mun nga jël Tidiane how mana yang fa nga ñëw rek wax ci olof. Paos so mu ne wax ci olof itamit su ko defee itamit nit ñi nga xam ne itamit ñu ñoo seetaan ñu mun ñoo gën a dégga.
Kon jërëjëf rek gars yi yoo déglu lu foog na li ñu doon wax ci kalama angale alu Tidiane doon wax foog na mu ngi doon reflect ne tey liñ am tey right now liñ wala bàkkoo la te lu mu bon bon war nañoo mën a sàmmali fi suñu maam yi dimbay bàyyi tey. It seems like we are going to wait for next 30 minutes. So anyway, if I see that I mean this information right now, so I want to check what's the update in the next 1 hour. So yeah, tey ji su nekkut ñun as Gambian sax why these political leaders so gisee tey ñu toog tey continuer the trend of politics dafa am ñi fi jiitu woon ñi fi njëkkee woon ñoom foog naa mooy ñi ki di wax noonu ñoom di ñoom Ace Njie ñoom Safliman Singate and then like of Sanjali Bojang and ñi nga xam ne these were the heroes ñoom Du Tal ñoom Ace Jack ñoom Sadawa Jawara in fact sax so tey jii people like ñoom Essa ñoom Lawyer Darboe their actions should be guided by the reflections that they are having from those people who were well moo ñu dembay because tey jii ñooñu liggéey def tey xewutoon mënutoon a happen in the Gambia then it was all about country first and then National Assembly. It was for the common good of all, and that is the country first and the common good of the whole country, which is the better interest and the everything was meant to be in the interest of the nation, not you as your party lingabuga or you as an individual. So telling this right now is like ñun dañ foog ne we will defeat or we will prove the whole world that yes, the tiny Gambia, the tiny country called the Gambia that proven they had a coup d'etat that nobody died in 94. And the tiny Gambia that changed from a dictator to a democratic country in 2016 can still do it again by making references, by sit down and reflect ne démb de ñi fi toogoon dafa am lu gaay ji ba tax tey ñu moom la toy toog fii tey Mama Sana ñuy exchange like the exchange history. So you bari will not guide our actions stay right now, and it's very sad and shameful. They soon calling the politicians the angle they're taking. What are they saying to the generation of next politicians? What are they saying to people like me? In the next 5-10 years, we want to be in their shoes. What are they saying to Yun Sundomi? Sendomi Satan. And then it's very simple right now. When you disagree, due process is there. Now we are fortunate ne communico Sian Wahe 2016 amuton this one court boy them, but we are fortunate we have seen the examples of Gambia participate when they took the mayor of Banjul to court. We have seen the Yakuma Jane versus Adam Barrow. We have seen Dr. Cisse versus the IEC and many more. So what more could we say ne Muniko used to seek justice and redress or your rights have been denied? Retrieve back. Because you have all the instruments and the tools at your disposal. Nobody is interfering with it. Can blow the hunt? Can the amloben I black said nothing again, nothing react. Right now. So why don't we cherish what we have today? Munyo bako at new right now. The sub-region is so destabilized. Gambia has been an exception. Hence, it's been called the Smile Coast of West Africa. But right now, Gambia enjoy. Those politicians, you talk, they sign Lulu. When you talk, reflect back, learn the Halifa Salah what they. Ya, Jamia Munyo Hall, either the Fare or am gacha. but tey right now moom mooy ree tey ñu ñoo am tey gàcca ñu ñoo fail tey te ku ñu fail ñan la mooy our leaders people ñi nga xam ne dañ nañ yaakaar ku ñu amee réew mi ñi nga xam ne danañ yaakaar ku ñu doxal karange réew bi ak ku ñu doxal digga ba tey ñoom au moins ñoo nekk si fende du respect de waaye si liñ nekka du yoon because tey jii li nga expect from people like Dr. Cissé with all respect waaye ñi nga xam ne ñooy at the top elite ñoo xam ne tey jii man su ma ko defoon o su ko docteur defoon tey o Essa Faal def ko tey right now ñoo ko ne ko hey dafa nanga ko toogal dalal du nii ngeen ko doxalee right now but tey who loses it's only Gambia tey who lose tey suba yëpp a démba ñu ngi wax the same word naan Gambia has decided the Gambia have voted the Gambian have spoken ñu ngi congratulate ne the Gambia ñu ngi ngàcce ngalamal Gambia si li gaay def tey right now but it's been thrown back at us again ñu ko wax tey yëpp tey am sure ñu ngi ko rëccu tey right now liñ am tey ak freedom bu ñu am tey jii ak independence bi ñu am tey right now ñu di ko enjoy ak diñu ko amee lii liggéeyu ko woon nekkuñ di fight against a dictator right now nekkuñ di fight against a colonial master nekkuñ di fight against an oppressor. It was a simple process that we could have followed and we done and dusted by right now tey jii Gambia Kairaba Avenue ñëpp gën di enjoy but what did it turn out to gën ay yi nga xam ne ay nonsense nekk délai bi yëpp lu ko waral yëpp a party refused to sign ñu ngi toog fii démb 8 hours guddi gi yëpp nelawuñ ba suba 7 ewaat kañ 10 o'clock 2 hours but we are here again right now. We too have families, we too have a life. Like school, like we have to go to work. But for the common good that we share, and for the Gambia that we care for and we love and cherish, we leave everything, talk, give our things as they come in. For when a Ben Media House, we want to right now in detail. We were direct contact with State House. No barrier. Watan at guy. And the beauty of yesterday's achievement, yesterday's manifestation, yesterday manifested yes, the German neka democracy sun la ko joxe at so ko use it properly. But Teji, what are we? We have now abused the rights been given to us. We have abused the freedom. But linyo wax amna olof ñaar de wax naan mbedi buura buura moom mbeda soo neexee ne bu fa taxaw soo neexee ne dama tëri 10 o'clock so léegi we ñun as well, I'm not a journalist, but sitting down here doing our little expert knowledge we have and the analysis, but now is producing something very meaningful, and then we at least, Mama, if not the few, but the majority are appreciating that right now. So all we want was in return to leadership ni garder njukal xamne li ñoo def right now ya ko def ñun suñ johnson of man tay ji if I was stay in like Dr. Cissé son campaign tay su nekkon tay right now and li daf ko gàccaloo yow sal at your last potentially your last election nga war a bàyyi with li nga xam ne dañ la ko fatale ko muy ñoom ñëpp kii door war a am doy bu rafet kële war a bàyyi bu rafet ëllëg ñuy make guy reference in the next 10 years man I will sit down here my reference UDP or reference Essa Faal because bu ma suma doom daf li gaay def bu ma suma friend daf li gaay def and I would never do what they did. It was a simple fix. Xaaral bam pare soo nangu wutee joxe statement go to the courts, you win. If you have evidence, if you don't have enough case, you lose. But then, is that the end of life? 2016 November. How many want that even taken talk for the war? Because we were all contemplating that not possible. That nagina. That doing attacks. Li yep tay di lu ko moy mbolo biñ nekk woon part anything else follow one thing more the common good.
Yeah, definitely. ni nga ko waxee rek la dañuy continuer rek di ñaax ñi nga xam ne ñooy seetaan di fàttali ñëpp rek ne ñu ngi xaar li nga xam ne mooy ñetti result yi des from IEC fi mu nekk nii liñ leen mën a wax mooy NPP parti bi nga xam ne moom la président Adama Barrow jiite ñoom am nañ 36 places yi yëpp ñoom ñoo ko jël si election results yi nga xam ne wàccaangum na fii nii GDC ñoom ñaari place lañ jëlangum mooy Foni Kansala ak Foni Bintang ñoom foofu la UDP win sorry GDC win UDP ñoom 6 place la gaay win bokk na si di Birkama North foofu UDP moo ko win Sami Bakaw li nga xam ne mooy tamit foofu tamit ñoo ko win ak Kiang East ak Kiang West ñoom foofu lañ win bala ma rek ma jël téléphone call bi Pa Ousmane boo mu ne continuer yow yaa
dooma ajal bi nii mama mu si kaw konte
ok waaw soo leen mën a analyse results yi so far
xamoon na yaa ngi gisoon lii nii yaa ngi ko gis Serigne
No, man, I struggle with my glasses on, so I'll let you do it. I'm using my phone, so I can't see it.
Okay. How am I going to listen?
Zoom, huh?
Zoom ko 1,000 times or 10,000 times. Well, living the graph and representation of the votes, how they were distributed. Wow. Fuck that, man. For net, well, guess what? New right now, because some analysis on the phone, the 3 votes that are coming in total, the registered voters in that area is 116,000. Even if UDP should win all those votes, it wouldn't make any difference because NPP Barrow there will be at least 100,000 plus win. You know, so we're talking about between 60% winning, which is absolutely democratic to be correct to say that one can be declared as a president on a democratic principles. Why, like why this long gap and one of the reasons why this gap could have happened more what is happening now, because they National Assembly elections right now. Okay. Master information, you know, because they right now, let's say the more these things go on only healthy right now, mungi now widen this gap, and we can clearly tell ne lingis tay ni luko waral moy one of the things that will happen tay motax muy happen. SFR is lucky to be in that graph, but who knows National Assembly lan la mo amat as a result of his actions today. Likewise, GDC, they complain that percentage. Let me see. Wow, 12% so far of the votes. But who knows the next election that his parties are not even 10%, because the young people are watching and people put notes on their diary. People they are undecided voters right now. Right now, not tech right now, and leading quotes and holy Monday man in my life again. I will never ever vote for any of these parties right now. NPP look at if they react the same way they did, they are part of the circle. But so far, I don't have nothing to do with these parties right now anymore in my life, and neither would I even promote anything to do with them, because of they have proven the violence that we are accusing them right now. Today it's been proven. Now, what stops them from putting up their case? Now, say
huh?
Okay, no,
so no. I hear your perspective. As you said, this is how they do projection. Even in the United States, they count where whoever is in the lead, and the remaining votes out, and they project a winner. So I know Gambia, we have to go in and put all the raw data in and tabulate. But looking at the graph, Paos, I mean, President Barrow won decisively. I mean, this is like it's a huge turnout, and breaking it down by different areas. I think there should be a deep dive. Maybe it's at some point looking at it, and after all the numbers are reported, and see where gaps are. And I think Mama Kandeh didn't fare well. He did poorly this time around, and we all know why he did that. What happened, and voters responded negatively. So but looking at a trend, it's pretty consistent. But what I'm more interested in, what are areas like in 2016 where say the coalition and Barrow, compare Barrow when he was an independent candidate for coalition, and this time around when he ran as the Secretary General for NPP. I mean, it looks like the numbers has improved drastically.
Yes, because for now, what they have, well, the coalition results and what they have now, it doubled. For now, for the coalition, they won by 55%, I think. So that's what.
And I think Mama Kandeh during coalition he pulled 17%, correct?
84,000.
Yeah, but which is about 17%. Yes. I think the end up total was 5. So, but this time around he only pulled how many? 7?
Well, so far.
Yeah. So that is like 10% deficit. So, I mean, you might want to work into those numbers than trying to put kerosene and everything and set this place into blaze. I think that's what I need to look at, for him. I mean, he didn't fare well, and I knew this from the get-go. I wrote it on my Facebook page that he's gonna fare poorly because I seen how he was running his campaign.
Well,
so even 7% from 17% to 7%. So he's down 10%.
Yep.
So that is something that he just needs to look at.
Yep. Yep.
And I think Mama Kandeh ni nga ko doon waxee tay yëpp ñu ngi ko doon wax ne ko ne bu moytu wutee li nga xam ne mooy coalition beeg Yaya Jammeh dina ko indil problème parce que Gambien yi dañ reject Yaya Jammeh Gambien yi bugguñ fitna bugguñ problème Yaya Jammeh sedda seen boppay sedda ñu tëdda di nelaw moo leen jaral sax ñàkka lekka sax ñu mun a tëdda nelaw rek jaral na leen ko so pour am
ay si ñu ngi ñëw si xam standby
kon ñu ngi ñoo wax ne IEC léegi tey ñu ñëw ñu ngi standby pour delluwaat Gambia indil leen results yi nga xam ne ñoo des te di ñaax rek itamit security forces yi ne we know ne we cannot stop the MPP supporters su fekkee ne seen candidate dafa win pour ñu génn ñu support kon ñu ngi ñaan takkader yi ne ñoom ñu génn ñu try maintain crowds yi away from each other nga xam ne dinañ avoid any sort of confrontation boo xam ne dina indi problem as soon as ñu jox rek the signal dinañ ko waaw they are about to come out mun ngaa def stream bi ñu door di ko lifin pause.
Okay.
di leen fàttali rek ne li nga xam ne moo jot a ñëw fii NPP di président Barrow patem bi ñoom ñoo jël Janjanbureh jël Serekunda Kiang Central Kiang Jara Central jël Banjul South Banjul North Banjul Central Bundung Jara East Nyamina Dankunku Nyamina West Central Badibu foofu UDP moo ko jël Lower Badibu Jokadu Wuli West Sandu Tumane Upper Fuladu Talinding Basse Jimara Kantora Latrikunda Sabiji Iliasa Wuli East Jara West Joshuang Upper Nyomi Lower Nyomi Sabasanjal Lower Salum Lower Fuladu West Upper Salum Nyani Serekunda West Busumbala Old Yundum Fonyi Bondali Fonyi Jarol Kombo South Fonyi Berefet foofu noonu yépp NPP moo ko jël moo ko win UDP win nañ Kiang East Kiang West Central Badibu Sami ak Bakaw ñoom foofu lañ win 5 wins la gaay amangum UDP ak Brikama North muy 6 ba pare ñu am ki nga xam ne mooy Mama Kandeh GDC moom Fonyi Kansala ak Fonyi Bintang la win muy ñaari boor foofu la win Pa Ous fu gaay toolu
no gaay woneeguñ ko maa ngi contact tamit gaay on the ground right.
Yeah.
I must say what is happening in the atmosphere in Gambia. But you get coordinate with many devices at the same time for Muna bring everything together.
waaw ñu ngi on standby pour dellu Banjul indil leen li nga xam ne mooy result yi fa des ñetta moo des fi mu nekk nii comme niñ leen ko waxee Adama Barrow jël na place yu bari foofu noonu 36 place la jëlangum GDC jël ñaar UDP jël 6 ñu ngi xaar fi mu nekk nii ñetti result yi nga xam ne ñoom ñoo des su ko defee IEC announce ki nga xam ne moom moo win election bi ñu mun a def li nga xam ne mooy itamit rek dal di def suñ conclusion ñu tëj di continuer rek di ñaan jàmm di ñaax ñëpp ñu dal ànd ak dal def li nga xam ne moom la leen luwaa may bu ko defee rek kenn du soona ñu continuer rek di advocate pour loolu bitum mbarin mandinkol be min ben la moy kan janto nga fo ñamin dorong NPP woli 36 constituency leta GDC woli constituency fula leta UDP woli constituency 6 leta hani sain be sabale batu kan teng wolle kana teng from IEC ke telle batu ni fintita don dorong isajen se connect no Gambia nge tol fananta nati foka pare nga wo fanan nati hani sain be batu role la dorong pour kaje ko wobe kering comme niñ leen ko waxee rek so comme niñ leen ko waxee rek we are nearly done. The civil society send statement bi tamit is out. The Civil Society Association of the Gambia nga xam ne ñu bari bokk nañ ci ñoom itamit binda nañ statement foofu noonu ñoom itamit binda nañ statement ñi ko sign bokk na ci Civil Society Organisation bi CSO Coalition of Elections, Election Watch the Gambia, Tango, Gambia Bar Association, Gambia Participate, Center for Research and Policy Development, Gender Platform ak Moral Guarantors of the Code of Conduct ñooñu ñoo sign li nga xam ne mooy press release bii nii ñoom wax nañ ci press release bi ne ñoom ñëpp nga xam ne mooy mbootaay yi bokkani yëpp seetu nañ élection bi càmbar ko bu baax depuis biñ dooree di ut carte ba fiñ toll nii bañ sànni carte te ñoom lañ ci gis rek mooy élection boo xam ne leer na nañ te tamit gisuñ fa dara loo xam ne dinañ ko mun a wax ne moo tax ba élection bi jaarut yoon ñoom loolu lañ wax foofu noonu joint statement of the li nga xam ne mooy di civil society movement mooy si French société civile ñoom loolu lañ wax su ko defee rek ñu continuer di xaar xam naa léegi tey gaay génn ñu ngi on standby suñ leen gisee ñu toog rek su ko defee ñu dem foofu noonu ñu read Pa Osgar génn nga
well okay how many guy nge news right now
okay
Gambia persona tey right now Gambia ñi persona ñëpp
ndeysaan wax dëgg it's been a long day ñu ngi foofu ñu ngi leen a woon live from the Gambia so xam naa léegi tey rek dinañ door liñ leen doon wax rek di civil society organisation ñoom tam bind nañ loolu lañ wax si li nga xam ne mooy élection bi ñu ne ñoom càmbar nañ ko seet nañ ko ñu ngi bokk si process bi depuis bi voters card di ut voters card door ba fi ñu toll nii te elections si were free and fair mooy ne gisuñ si dara loo xam ne indi na leerut si li nga xam ne mooy election bi ba léegi ñu xaar rek gars yi génn su ko defee ñu jël last results yi xam naa bu boobaa nag ñu mun a at least ñu mun a xam fi ñu féetee ñu mun a xam fi ñu féetee ba xanaa fi mu nekk nii moom ñu xaar lan la opposition bi di wax ak xam naa seen court case bi la moo nekk fi mu nekk nii parce que foofu la ñoo mun a dem comme ni ko election code bi waxee joxu leen benn droit lu dut ñu dem si kanami yoon pour dem yoon àtte leen loolu la leen election code bi jox yow loolu noo ko gisee.
waaw loolu moom kenn nekk di ko dispute gis naa ñu ko bind Facebook waaye what they fail to understand mooy loolu is not the subject matter here right now ñun fii right now if they are disputing individual or selective results then we can understand but he's out okay he's finally out so why the bottom line mooy ñoom liggéey if they are disputing the overall election pareguñ di ñu ngi si kawam di you know, but I was reading through the election act, but there was nowhere where it specified a time frame. I know you were 24 hours within. Why Mangel when does this clock start ticking? After the election has ended or from the start within 24 hours of Neka? These are things it's not very clear. I wish my own tribe to find somebody, a legal minded person, Punyo. Well, okay.
Make announcement as you are seeing on your screen there. He is now about to take his seat. Just to remind you, you're watching QTV and we are broadcasting live from our main studio here on Kairaba Avenue and our also at the ISC on the Park Garden Highway. Chairman of the Independent Electoral Commission.
Jël kenn dafa yaaga am nga jël boo xam ne kenn daanu moo am dañ ko sentir rek
I think I'm seeing some officials
fi nekk day foog jël am moom doy na waar
waa MPP de
wax daal
exactly Pa Makan is there who is the director of communication at
ma ne ko li gaay doon wax daal
is there
mooy ne daal
seated
lu waay doon jaay daal fi mu ne lambana
since now all is set
all eyes on IEC
chairman will
am na benn track sax looy naka Adama Barrow
comme Albert Eskino to at Mela IEC la chairman
way loolu Wally Seck Adama Barrow xaw ma naka way naa la xaw ma
sa xibaaro di
doo daw coow
mbokk ñami yaa ngi ci TV di leen xamal ne du yàggaat nga ne moo nekk njiiti IEC bi di Alieu Momar Njie dina ñëw pour kaaral ay kaddu am naa defa ne kaddu bu am solo comme ni ngeen ko xamee rek ba léegi des na ay free constituencies yi nga xam ne seen resort yi waxaguñ ko xam naa ne su ñëwee yooyu dina ko wax mun na am su pare si yow tam mu jéem a joxe li nga ne moo nekk di final declaration si wàllu élection bi kan moo gagné ak bu dee am na beneen xibaar bu muy bugg a àggale si Gambian si. This is going to be very important.
You know, if I was going to interrupt you there, because I wanted to say very, very quickly that what I would like to see happen is that we get the final results. And we get the final tally. We don't have them go away
and come back again.
An hour, 2 or 3 later. I think we all have, in fact, the kind of naughty side of me is beginning to believe that whilst we're working around the clock, has a rest.
We
hope that this time he will present all the results and the tally because they have them. It's even somebody with a cheap calculator.
Exactly, you don't have it.
Lowell at naka deuxième at troisième.
Kalen la ka ba? Kalen la ka ba?
Mo ni fi mo hamle adi bitu ay mo le mo le.
Started making fun of the thing. We want it right rather than right now.
Fi gudi na man day mango lay lekka tedi man. So sango lekka mango dem tedi.
Man ken duma lekka duma hat ran now. Nek ni mom.
There's no dispute about it. Then I'll be happy.
Oh yeah. Seli ñena la sa kaba nga amé ni.
Naka lay def mënuma ta def leneen bi.
to get all the results.
Yes, Lamin, I see chairman of somebody for announcement of me.
Ali wolam kay time that moment long molu bebe
mama xamna ayu mo jaay de liggéey bi ko ko joxat dafa ba na doy na
dafa na doy na
fa bi xamna ci ta jige ritaya
ha dara ko de
anu nana rafanan mr ade
am na endurance
nana ta kana ke kuti mi alon ko abe tala dilana ay talado ko ay talado kamunda lafta dala so mu me wala na fe na isaje mo bere ni betta fu nga yo be fu tan ni
Alhaji Momar Njie exina ye pa os lu way don jaay lambana fok jël la am
yo Fatou Sow yo bu ñu ray nopel
So there are some people.
I'm secretary
following on Q Radio and exactly.
Come to Nubian Queen.
Wow, my secretary Facebook of comment.
Mu fi de la dega.
Mu ngi non de la dega.
Yo xam nga ne Nubian mo.
Awon ko diga mu ngi ni di. Cey.
Ay way ndeysaan pa bis di suma oncle sona na nak ah.
Yan na ko yàlla fay.
Yo mom na bàyyi liggéey mu ne ko suma pom ko bàyyi liggéey tey
ah man ko ñam na doomu mi nañ ko ne mu bàyyi fi kii kañ fi ne nii jaame sa tegu ko li yëpp ma ne ko jaame sa tegu ko li yëpp
we are concluding the process.
Alhamdulillah.
And before doing that, we would like to first invite the chairman to deliver a short statement, and after which we will announce the 3 remaining constituencies in the West Coast region, being Congo East, Brikama South, and Salimentary. And once this is done, then the chairman and the returning officer of the presidential election on 4th December 2021 will declare the final results of this said election.
I see I'm Faida.
So on that note, I would like to invite the chairman to deliver a short statement to the Gambian public and to the Gambian community.
Good evening to you all. First of all, thank you for the support you will do in this commission. And now we have concluded the process in declaring the results ready. I have to thank, first of all, the government for the support we have from them and the agencies. More especially, the staff of the IEC, commissioners, and all the staff of the IEC, both here and of the country throughout the country. They have done a wonderful job. And this delay in declaring the results was caused because we want to make sure that the results are 100% correct, accepted by everybody. On that note, one more, we pray for a peaceful Gambia, progressive Gambia. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. May Allah bless us all.
Amen. Thank you, Chairman, for those words of wisdom. And then next, please go straight into the announcement by the chairman, and then that will be taken up by the GRTS reporter as well. Welcome, Chairman.
I, Elmo Njai, returning officer of the President election of 4th December 2021, hereby announce the results from the Brikama South constituency in the Brikama area as follows. Adama Barrow, NPP, 14,425, 14425. Adam Dawo, UDP, 11,753. 11,153. SMY Independent 754, 754. Abdullah Jami NUP 296, 296. Mama Kandi GDC 6,020, 6020. Eva Korsala Joy 794, 794. There were 4 invalid votes. This was witnessed and endorsed by Lamin Jaju, agent for NPP, Johnny Bukemus, agent for NPP. The results were witnessed and confirmed at the Elton House by Dr. Dembo Sabari, agent for NPP. Alkali F. Conte, agent for NPP. Alaji Mohammed Kodam, agent for Doi, and Yabuja, agent for your videos. Signed Mondial.
Moving now to the Brikama South constituency in the Brikama administrative area. The results are as follows. Adama Barrow, NPP, 14,425 votes. ANM Usainu Dabo, UDP, 11,753 votes. Esam Baifal, Independent, 754 votes. Abdullah Ibrahim Jame, NUP, 296 votes. Mama Kande, GDC, 6,020 votes. And Halifa Babakar Salah, PDIS, 794 votes. There were 4 invalid votes. The results were witnessed and endorsed by Lamin Jaju, agent for NPP, John F. Gomez, agent for NPP. The results were further witnessed and confirmed at the election house by Dr. Demba Sabali, agent for NPP, Alkali F. Conte, agent for NPP, Alhaji Mamadi Kurang, agent for PDIS, Jabu Job, agent for PDIS, signed by the chairman of the Independent Electoral Commission, Ali Mamandjai.
I, Ali Mamandjai, returning officer for the election of 4th December 2021. Hereby announce the results from the Simon-Telling constituency in the Brikama area as follows. Adama Barrow, NPP, 21,514, 21514. Enoch Serudabo, UDP, 18,289, 18289. Esamaifal, Independent, 1,214, 1214. Abdullah Ibrahim Jama, NUP, 260, 260. Mama Kande, GDC, 4,162, 4162. Alifa Bakar Salah, Joy, 2,407, 2437. There were 15 invalid votes. This was witnessed and endorsed by Lamin Jata, NPP, Karamo College, NPP. The results were witnessed and confirmed at the Elton House by Dr. Demba Sabari, agent for NPP, Alkali F. Conte, agent for NPP, Alaji Mohammed Kurang, agent for Doi, Jabu Jo, agent for Doi, signed Romanjai.
Results from the Salimentary constituency in the Brikama administrative area are as follows. Adama Barrow, NPP, 21,514 votes. ANM Usainu Dabo, UDP, 18,289 votes. Esam Baifal, independent, 1,214 votes. Abdullah Ibrahim Jame, NUP, 260 votes. Mama Kande, GDC, 4,162 votes. And Halifa Babakar Salah, PDIS, 2,437 votes. There were 15 invalid votes, and the results were witnessed and endorsed by Lamin Jata, agent for MPP, Kanamo Koli, agent for MPP. The results were further witnessed and confirmed at the election house by Dr. Demba Sabali, agent for MPP, Al-Kali F. Conte, agent for MPP, Al-Haji Mamadi Kurang, agent for PDIS, and Chapicho, agent for PDIS, signed by Abi Momanjai, chairman of the Independent Electoral Commission.
I, Karimar Jai, returning officer of the election of 4 December 2021, hereby announce the results from the Congo East constituency in the area as follows. Adama Barrow, NPP, 10,163, 10163. Elamujano Dawa, UDP, 7,794, 7784. SMY Far Independent, 429, 429. Abdullah Ibrahim Jame, NUP, 228, 228. Mama Kande GDC, 4,538, 4538. And Haifa Karzala, Doi, 416, 416. There were 4 invalid votes. This one were witnessed and endorsed by Lamin Jata, agent for NPP, and Karamo Kole, agent for NPP. The results were witnessed and confirmed at the election house by Al-Kali F. Conte, agent for NPP, Dr. Demba Sabali, agent for NPP, Jabu Yo, agent for DOI, Alaji Manikurang, agent for DOI. Signed Aluman Jai.
That's it.
Moving on to the Congo East constituency in the Brikama administrative area. And the results from this area are as follows. Adama Barrow, NPP, 10,163 votes. ANM Usainu Dabo, UDP, 7,784 votes. Esam Baifal, independent, 429 votes. Abdullah Ibrahim Jame, NUP, 228 votes. Mama Kande, GDC, 4,538 votes, and Halifa Babakar Salah, PDIS, 416 votes. There were 4 invalid votes. The results were witnessed and endorsed by Lamin Jata, agent for NPP, and Karamo Koli, agent for NPP. The results were witnessed and confirmed at the election house by Al-Kali F. Conte, agent for NPP, Dr. Demba Sabali, agent for NPP, Jabujo, agent for PDIS, and Al-Haji Mamadi Kurang, agent for PDIS, signed by Chairman of the Independent Electoral Commission, Ali Mamanjai.
Now, the result of the final results. I, Ali Mamanjai, returning officer of the election of 4th December 2021. Having received and announced the results of the counting votes from assistant officers across the 3 countries, those countries of the Gambia, in terms of representative of the second parties, protesting candidates, hereby wish to give the final results of the election.
Barrow is the winner. Woo!
Adama Barrow. 457,519. 457,519 votes. And President Dabo, 238,253. 238,253. Esamba Ifal 17,206. 17206. Abdullahi Ibrahim Jami 8,252 votes. 8252. Mama Kande 105,902. 105,902. Eva Salah 32,435. 32,435 votes. Having received 457,419 votes in election, I hereby declare Obaro duly elected to serve as President of the Gambia.
That's it.
We have a winner.
Results were witnessed and confirmed at the election house by Dr. Demba Sabali, NPA for NPP, Alkali Banka Conte, again for NPP, Alhaji Mamadi Kurang, again for Doi, and
Demal YouTube, there's a song Jaliba Kuyate Adama Barrow Mumfa.
Sign Aliman Jai.
Declaration of the final results of the 2021 presidential election. Adama Barrow, 457,519 votes. ANM Usainu Dabo, 238,253 votes. Esa Maifao, 17,206 votes. Abdullahi Ibrahim Jame, 8,252 votes. Mama Kende, 105,902 votes. 105,902 votes. Halifa Babakar Salah, 32,435 votes. And having received 457,519 votes in the election, the chairman of the Independent Electoral Commission, Aliu Mamanjai, declares Mr. Adama Barrow is duly elected to serve as president of the Republic of the Gambia. And the results were witnessed and confirmed at the election house by Dr. Demba Sabali, agent for NPP, Al-Khali Fanka Conte, agent for NPP, Al-Haji Mamadi Kurang, agent for PDIS, and Jabu Job, agent for PDIS. And this is signed by the chairman of the Independent Electoral Commission, Aliu Mamanjai.
Okay, on that note, we thank you for your attention. Thank you so much. Very nice.
That brings an end to the election process this year. I mean, as you have heard from the
I mean, why?
I mean, Ribaro.
Dikome, all the NPP fans, congratulations to all of you. Congratulations to President-elect Adama Barrow.
We Barrow, we Gambia. House percentage lan la? Percentage ñaata la?
63%. 53%.
Ñaata?
53%.
53%.
Amat ba? Wailing yung halis.
Os xanaa léegi mun nga ñëw say musique bi rek wax tuuti ndax ñu ñëw dem xanaa fi mu nekk nii moom ñëpp sonn nañ ñëpp sonn nañ ñu ngi gërëm ñi nga xam ne ñoo ñu doon seetaan on the YouTube ñi ñu doon seetaan on Facebook ñi ñu doon seetaan on Jubanti TV the Senegalese diaspora yéen ñëpp ñu ngi leen a wax jërëjëf si seetaan bi ak support bi ak comments yi ak yëpp parce que boo leen gisee ñu toog fii definitely yéen a tax te jàppale ngeen ñu si itamit sonn nañ waaye sonni jàmm la di wax rek ne Gambie jàmm rek a ci mun a am so ñu ngi ñaan jàmm si réew mi di congratulate président Adama Barrow président elect Adama Barrow ak NPP ñoom mi nga xam ne tey ñoo gagné élection bi Gambia di wax rek ne élection nii la foog mu am ku gagné ak koo xam ne dina ñàkka mu ngi mel ni kon Kombo East Brikama South ak Sani Mentereng yëpp foofu itamit Adama Barrow NPP moo fa jël mu mel ni kon bi moom definitely li gaay di wax jëla bu set wicc la wax digga neex yàlla mu doon loo xam ne itamit ñu ngi congratulate yëpp di congratulate the Gambian people because again ñoom ñoo sànni karta ñoom ñoo wone li nga xam ne moom lañ bugga ñoom ñoo reject everything that is to do with tribalism, reject anything that is to do with li nga xam ne mooy fitna, reject anything that is to do with Yaya Jammeh indi li nga xam ne ñoom loolu lañ bugga mooy ñu indiwaat président elect Adama Barrow kon ñu respect si seen décision parce que ñoom ñooy sànni karta pa aus xaw ma na am ñu bàyyi Lamdo mu wax den nga close xaw ma ana Nancy xaaral ma seet ko moom itamit
Ape sangi ni waay Barrow is the winner mungu ajal
lii kañ
aca Lamdo ñu ngi laa déglu
waa lii kañ moom xanaa mu ngoog ma ne ko li olof dee wax daal boo xaaru rek doo fekkee so it was long but it was definitely worth the wait maa ngi dégg suma bopp de
yaa ngi fine
ok yeah ma ne mooy li olof di wax ne ku xaarut rek doo fekkee so sant yàlla yàlla may nañu bi ñoo njëkk a fal Barrow 2016 we were around so yàlla mayaat ñu tey tamit di ñaan rek fekkee waat te bi yal na jeex si jàmm ak salaam wala lu seen nuru fitna daal yal na si yàlla def ndox bu seede rek Barrow def 5 years am the best thing man daal lu ma am pour wax rek mooy ne opposition bi ñu regroupe xam ne daal yëpp emut fii ñu ngi ñëw pour National Assembly bi boobu tam is very very important so ñu prepare seen boppa
defaraat seen boppa seetaat seen boppa bu baax defar seen toogaay, then National Assembly they can take it all and they can make the 5 years very difficult for Adama Barrow, for President Adama Barrow, President elect. So loolu daal Barrow daal it's clear, it's on the spot counting. So numbers are there. You cannot lie. The numbers don't lie. Loolu lañ xam si yëfi numbers. So te compte bi jaar na yoon foofu lañ ko compté si kanam ñëpp ñu sign. Waaye li si ñu ngi celebrate win bi waaye maa ngi notice ne tamit bi ñoo joxe final si di nga gis ne waxuñ ne UDPs sign nañ and bi ñoo sign final numbers si. So that's kind of like, it's kind of a it's heartbreaking to know that that's where it ended, but nañ ko yóbbu to the courts, then let's go there. But di gërëm tamit Linguère Post for giving me the opportunity to come here di wax suma tuuti xalaat ba pare di gërëm tamit waa IEC bi ak yéen déglukat yi because wallahi su nit mënoon na fee toog wax suba ba guddi waaye boo leen ñëwutoon tamit di dooleel nit ñi den lii du am. So gàcce nga laama déglukat yi, gàcce nga laama for your patience. Luñ fi wax daal si man suma part lu ma fi wax loo xam ne jaar na yoon rek ngeen xam ne si kaw la jógee. Loo xam ne nag dama si def mistake maa ngi jigalu, maa ngi tuub, kenn mutut nit mutut. So dañ doon wax rek suñu opinion waaye numbers yi moom dee di numbers boobu moom du opinion yi kenn. So for now daal for the next 5 years ni ko Mama daan waxee depuis 2016 we have a nation to build. For now hashtag boobu moo war a trend. We have a nation to build, we have a nation to build. Te ñu tiyente kumbaya defar dëkk bi te xam ne daal amuñ dara lu dul dëkk bi. Fu ñun ñi nekk si aw di yëpp it doesn't matter ban passeport nga amee. Su dara di kur dangaa xalaat sa dëkk doon nelaw te suñ mbokk yang fa suñ day yang fa suñ baa yang fa. Léegi nii ñu ngi koolee fu nekk di ñu seet te ñun ñu ngi leen a xalaat. So yal na yàlla def jaama daal di wax ne daal opposition bi I hope ne they withdraw, especially bi civil society jërë ngeen jëf gàcce nga laama def ngeen seen liggéey. Lii mooy liggéey civil society du rek government def dara lu bon rek ngeen taxaw. So li ngeen def nii tey wane na seen cër te lii daf leen di gën a dooleel dafaat Gambien si gën leen a trust gën a dëgëral seen taxawaay. Yal ngeen fi yàgga te wér te mun a continuer li ngeen di def without any influence from any side. So Gambia daal ca kaw ca kanam. Gambia sa kaw ca kanam.
Hello.
Congratulations on every single voter on the ground. You guys did this.
Hello?
You did it in 2016. You did it again. So wax ji dem na ñëw na yéen moom yéen ay gaañi ay garmi ngeen te yal na leen yàlla jàppale yàlla dooleel leen li ngeen a séntu si Adama Barrow nag yàlla bu leen ci rus. Waaw ba 2026 inshallah then boobu tamit ñu seet nu moo demee jërë ngeen jëf.
Okay,
thank you for the opportunity. Nancy, the whole Linguère team, appreciate it. Thank you, Mama Linguère. Can do yo. Thank you, guys. Love you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Jërë ngeen jëf. Gaañi amuleen morom kenn du yéen. Ñu nag yéen depuis démb ba tey 24 hours ñu ngi si kawam waaye tamit.
Thank you so much.
Gambia moo ñu ko jaral ba pare is for the common good and we appreciate everybody else ku ñëw fii nii tey ku ñëw pour call Masane Cissé at Serian at Essa you know at number yooyu tamit jërëjëf mënoo nga wax naan danga busy at tamit suma xulo waa ndoot Nancy you know and ñi call yéen ñëpp ak ñi bëggoon a call te mënuñoo call so ñu ngi
Nancy
time yéen ñëpp time bi ngeen spend ñi seetaan ci YouTube bi ngeen a wax jërë ngeen
okay hold on pa os pare
you know ñi seetaan ci Facebook bi jërë ngeen jëf yéen ñëpp amu leen morom you know we appreciate the time because soo fi nekkutoon kon duñ ñëw so like ni ko gaay waxee rek we have a nation to build let's rally behind the winner ñu am a Gambia bi nga xam ne di nga ko musat fàtteti let's start making history we can do it and wherever there is a will there is a way and the Gambia has always been proven yes we can and today yes we can
definitely
wow
definitely ñu ngi am Nancy fii Pa Ous Nancy go ahead ñu bàyyi ko rek mu close Nancy ñu ngi laa déglu hello oh the network ñu ngeen nuyu everybody from the comments suñ limee dinañ juum ñoom Loretta yëpp ñoom Nubien moom xam nga ñoom si famille bi lañ bokk ñoom Fat Sow ñoom si kër gi lañ bokk ñu ngi leen a wax jërëjëf ak ñëpp ñi nga xam ne ñoo fi nekkoon di wax thank you to the panel ñoom yéen ñëpp mi nga xam ne yéen a fi nekkoon Pa Ous yow yaa man depuis démba lañ door fanaa 2 hours sleep lañ am so ñu thank you to Tijan Masane Cissé Sarian Lamdo Zano suñ xale bi nga xam ne moom itamit indi na fi ay contribution ay insights yu am solo ñuy wax thank you to all the other panelists yi nga xam ne ñëw nañ fi Minister Silla everybody ki nga xam ne ñëw na fi ñoom Jaha Dukure everybody ko xam ne daal ñëw na fi suñ limee dinañ juum Nancy go ahead.
Okay, I guess the IEC have declared the results. Thank you to our viewers. Depuis Demba, Mama, Paos, Linger Post have definitely set a precedent as to how to do coverage. I don't know how Mama is still standing. Paos, Duro behind the scenes. Manasuma internet issues. So why we want to thank all of our guests. Nyom Selisi, Nyom Mr. Morong, NPP supporter, all those who I have missed. Thank you so much for tuning to Linger Post to watch us do the coverage. Congratulations to Adama Barrow. Adama Barrow have won. The Gambian people have expressed and decided that Adama Barrow is their candidate. The election was free. It was fair. Amut Sacha, Amut Dara. Dama appeal to the rest of the candidates who have lost to accept this in good faith. Gambia is bigger than all of us. And to see what is happening is heartbreaking. Tey man dafa am lu ma wax ma ne yàlla moo def Adama Barrow mu win parce que ni ma gis tey dafa dog suma xol bi pour gis the same people who were accusing Barrow of partnering with APRC. It means that if they had the same opportunity that he had, they would have taken it. Tey fii nii benn yëfi ngor kenn defu fu yëfi ngor. Ben Ngor gisuma ko fi yëfi ngor kenn gisu ko fi. The biggest and most heartbreaking person is Essa Faal. Essa Faal toog si TRRC bi jàkkaarloo Gambia ci 2 years. Ew suba mu ne politique jar na ko pour mu partner ak GDC. Ñi nga xam ne Yaya Jammeh lañ àndal. Moo tax Gambian si reject nañ la. Gambian si reject nañ la. But you take it in good faith. Gambia is bigger than any one of us. And Bulen Deklu same leadership. You try to incite violence in this country, especially those in the diaspora. You know neka on the ground, you know neka fini. We will not allow anybody to destabilize this country. We will not allow it. The IEC chairman have announced Adama Barrow as the winner. We have seen the results, and the results, yes, it's painful. And Gambians have sent a very clear message. Peace over anything. Peace over anything. Gambians link vote lay out. Barrow na gina nak mom na wiw because he did he won nañu bopam. How he did it, I don't know. Once everybody has said that it's free and it's fair. Madi Jobate Girena, he has been covering elections, Mama, depuis 2006. And these elections were free and they were fair. So Nakuneka accept you move on with our lives. It's a new day. Adama Barrow's government has been giving another 5-year mandate. Ñu ngi gërëm suñ viewers all over the world. Ma ngi gis am na ku nekk Ghana mu ngi comment ne please speak in English so that we will know what is happening. So from Ghana to Benin to Senegal, thank you for tuning into Linger Post. We are only 5 weeks old, but Mama, congratulations to you. I am not surprised. You've always been passionate about politics and elections, and you do it so well and so effortlessly. From speaking in English to Wolof and Mandinka, even though I don't speak Mandinka, but you did it flawlessly. Congratulations to you, Paos, Duro behind the scenes. This is a win for everybody. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for standing by us. We are new, we are young. Without the viewers, we are nothing. Because we don't even exist. So jërëjëf jërë ngeen jëf yal nañ ko May peace continue to reign in Gambia. May we continue to be honest with each other. The elections are over. The fight is over. It's time for us to rebuild Gambia. And we are praying and we are appealing to this government that, you know, they've been giving a new mandate. This is their opportunity to get it right. Yeah. There's no more excuse. There's no nothing. This is 100% an NPP government. So thank you to Gambia, and God bless us all, and God bless you for tuning into Lingere Post. Mama, congratulations. I love you. You are amazing.
Love you more, darling. You are amazing as well. Thank you for always being there as well. You know, I can't do this without you. So definitely, you know, you're the wind beneath my sails, like beneath my wings. So definitely, thank you to you and Diro at the back, SRG. Siganao, you know, it's a team.
Now you're talking.
Yes, definitely. Thank you, Diwa Itamit. Thank you to all our listeners, our viewers from everywhere around the world. Like you said, Nancy, tey du diaspora Senegalais bi du diaspora Gambian bi du Sierra Leonean bi du Ghanaian bi. Everybody was watching and you know, commenting and giving us feedback. And like you said, we are only 5 weeks old, and we could not have done it without the support of our viewers who are here watching and supporting everything that we're doing. The whole panel, the whole team, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Plus, ñi nga xamne ñu ngi sétane di ñu jox comments underneath as well. Like I said, ñoom Fatou Sow moom Nubian Queen, ñoom moom si kër gi lañ bokk.
You're top fancy.
Waaw ñooñu si kër gi lañ bokk.
Nubian Queen, I don't even know them, but saa yu ñëwee online, they are right there with us. ñoom amuñu leen wax.
Definitely, all the way. You know, we could not have done it without any of you. Tijan Masane Cisse, you know, I cannot, you know, that's my friend, my brother, my mentor, my everything. Loretta, your mom, you know, you are my sweetheart. Thank you. Yes, definitely. So thank you to everybody. You know, we will come tomorrow, Hamna, just for a short, very short program. Put whole lot more here Gambia and analyze this a bit more.
We are having, Mama, I didn't tell you, but maybe I can say it on air. We are having a special guest, a political guest. Mama, I haven't told you, but I'll send you a message that I'm working on.
Yes.
So Alex, Mama, parce que Mama Alex moom 2 PM sax ma ko collé duma faale.
Ma téléphone bi maa ngi koy fay bu ma kenn ko.
Am nga tey ñaar times laa ko tey.
Congratulations to Gambia, and this is a win for Gambia.
Yes, definitely.
You got your candidate. You voted for him. You got him.
Yes, definitely. Congratulations to Gambia. Gambia more win, and we have a nation to build. Nimakode always wahe. Congratulations to NPP. Congratulations to President-elect Adama Barrow. We hope that he will use this mandate to really, like we said, work on the things that have been a concern to Gambians. Despite their concerns, they still gave him 5 years. This is a chance for him to really, you know, come through and do the right thing by the Gambians, especially the victims. And we hope that the TRRC report on his desk will be given the full and due attention that it deserves to really honor the victims of Yaya Jammeh and the 22 years of terror that Gambia suffered under his reign. Di ñaanal Alieu Momar Njie suma uncle suma papa suma uncle yal na ko Yàlla may fan bu gudda ak wér. Yes, yal na ko Yàlla may fan bu gudda ak wér.
I hope and I wish Adama Barrow is watching. Adama Barrow legends. Let's stop waiting until these people are no longer for us to celebrate them.
I think that, you know,
Momar Njie needs to be celebrated.
Yes,
this
and
man
I think
stood with us when it was hard in 2016 under a dictatorship. So to see what is happening is heartbreaking. Shame on everybody who is questioning the integrity of the IEC. Shame on each and every one of you. Alieu Momar Njie is our living hero. Let's celebrate him.
And I hope the NPP independence celebration, you will decorate Alhaji Momar Njie and give him the recognition that he deserves whilst he is alive and able to enjoy and celebrate his glory. Di wax itamit rek ñëpp, you know, suñ fi dooree di lim sax dañoo door di juum. I think we're all tired. Paos, you know, we're all tired, but this is a win for Gambia. Paos, ñu dem suba ñu mën a ñëw, at least ñu mën a noppaleku ñu ni tamit dem sangu ji, at least noppaleku tuuti. Yeah, definitely. Paos, thank you. Yo, you know, I don't know what to say to you. Thank you. I don't know, I think I've mentioned everybody in the panel as well. Thank you. Our listeners, our viewers, we could not have done it without you guys. Thank you.
Mama, I'm not going to say very important. You delegate our program to Pandering Bay, and I will agree.
Yes. Actually, I'm not lumbin on Lefin Manko share si group bi.
Wow,
definitely we have to honor Pandering Bay as well. Xam naa ne tey bu fi nekkoon moom itamit ndeysaan ni ko noon coverage bi nga xam ne dina ko def si election bi moom he has a way of doing things his own way wax dëgg neex yàlla ñu ngi ko ñaanal moom itamit yal na suuf oyof si kawam yàlla xare ko àjjana yi gën a kawe jégal ko bàkkaaram yi di ko ñaanal moom itamit fu munti di nekk yal na ko gënal fi mu jóge nii Pandering Bay kenn du ko mun a fàtte si li nga xam ne mooy xeex bi mu defal Gambia di réewam suñ amee sax suñ disagreements as individuals lim contribute to struggle bi loolu kenn mënu koo jël away from him kenn mënut a génne record boobu noonu borom jàngut jongut
su nekkoon tey moom he will know what we don't know.
Yes.
He will get first-hand information. Man I'm not fortunate to be with him lu bari waaye ku ñëpp taga nag ku ñëpp tufli nga tooy.
Yeah, definitely. And this is what Pa Derry wrote this was in October, huh?
Yes.
Mune Gambia, do you see what I am seeing? 2 presidents on December 5th. The last chancers will not concede defeat if the vote doesn't come in their favor. Time will tell. And again, he's speaking from his grave, as many have said. Mashallah, Pandering Bay, tey lii rek wane na li nga xam ne mooy taxawaayam ak xam-xamam ni matché si politique Gambia parce que tey nekku fi waaye lii mu bindoon mu ngi nii léegi supersede na moom sax dundam kon moom itamit ñu ngi koy ñaanal bu baax a baax di wax rek ñëpp again thank you very much ñu emale fii ba inshallah.
Thank you very much.
Yes thank you so ñu emale fii ba ëllëg inshallah.